So we continue with ethene. So we are done with the nomenclature of the alkenes, and now we see the preparation of ethene. So first of all is the lab preparation from ethyl alcohol by dehydration. So first preparation is when you are going to take ethyl alcohol. So that's the preparation over here, that you are taking ethyl alcohol. So it is C2H5OH, which can also be written as in the form like this. Now we are writing it in a form like this so that it is easier for you to understand that which are the things which is going to be replaced. So you can see that over here, if I write it over here like this, इसको यहाँ पे H करके इसको H कर देते हैं, you can see this much part is going to be replaced, and if it is going to be replaced and it is going to be given out as water, ये दो bond double bond बन जाएगा. That is exactly what is happening over here. So here you can see that in presence of concentrated H2SO4 and at a temperature of 170 degrees Celsius, or you are going to take Al2O3 at a temperature of 350 degrees Celsius. So either of this particular condition is available, that 170 degrees with concentrated sulfuric acid, or you have got 350 degrees with Al2O3, you are going to get over here C double bond C with HH over here, and there will be H2O will be given out. So this is ethene. So ethyl alcohol, so this is ethyl alcohol, or you can say ethanol in the IUPAC name. Ethanol is getting converted into ethene. So this is what is happening in this particular condition. So even the case of the laboratory preparation is very simple. What you are having is one round bottom flask is there, and in this round bottom flask you are going to be heating this flask over here. You are placing inside over here, that is nothing but the cup, sorry, not here, it will be liquid which will be poured inside. So the inside over here, this is the funnel and then the air movement. Over here, this is the combination of ethyl alcohol, that's C2H5OH along with H2SO4, which is going to be heated over here, concentrated H2SO4, and you are going to heat it. Now here what is going to happen is that because you want ethene gas, so water needs to be taken out, and that is why we are going to pass it through NaOH. So we are going to pass it first through a flask containing NaOH. So when you are floating it through NaOH over here, so this is NaOH, the water which will be there, the moisture will be absorbed. So ethene capacitor, removal of the not moisture, the carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide will be, which will be there as a part and parcel of the impurities over here, will be removed over here, and accordingly you will be having the gas which will be given out will be ethene, which will be collected again by the same method as that of the methane or ethane, that is the downward displacement of water. So your water will be here and you are going to get the gas over here as C2H4. So this is how you are going to get the laboratory preparation of the ethene gas. So you can see ethyl alcohol 1 volume with concentrated sulfuric acid 2 volumes at 170 degrees Celsius, or ethyl alcohol vapors with alumina Al2O3 at 350 degrees Celsius, that is dehydration. This process is called as, you are going to remove water from here, that's why it is called as dehydration. Okay, the alcohol is dehydrated to give you the ethene. So dehydration involves elimination of elements of water from alcohol. So concentrated sulfuric acid and Al2O3 acts as a dehydrating agent. So we know very well that concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent. So here also it does the work of dehydrating this particular thing into alkali. Now purification wise, passage of ethene through NaOH solution removes carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide impurities from the oxidation of the hot acid. So the whatever oxidation is taking place, the carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide which is going to be there is going to get absorbed by the NaOH which is present in between, and the product in ethene is collected by the downward displacement of water. So this is the way the laboratory preparation of ethene goes about. The another method of preparation of is dehydrohalogenation. So in this case you are going to take bromoethane. Okay, bromoethane is going to be taken. So this is a unique one. See, in case of methane also we had taken iodomethane. So similarly here also you are going to take over here which is bromoethane. So the bromoethane will be there. This is bromoethane. Now this again we are showing it in the form of a structure. So we know it is going to be HBr, H, H, N, H, N, H. And again the same thing is going to be there. This HBr is going to be released with water. So you are going to use KOH, and this KOH is not in water. It is not a thing, but it is alcoholic. So it is a alcoholic kind of a solution. So you are going to take an alcoholic, hot concentrated alcoholic KOH solution. See, normally KOH is in the water solution, okay, it is a solution which is in water, but here KOH is not in water, it is in alcohol. So you are taking some alcohol and use it, so you are going to have a hot concentrated alcoholic solution over here, which you are going to react with the bromoethane, and accordingly this HBr is going to be separated out. So you get over here the same thing, you see H over here, H over here, C over here, and an H over here and here, and apart from that you are going to be getting is KBr, which is the formation of K and Br here, and H and OH are going to form into H2O. So this is why it is called as, this particular thing is called as dehydrohalogenation. So that is the main thing. This process is called as dehydro, means water, dehydro, and dehalo also. So what we are doing over here, that we are going to not only remove the water but also the means, or we can say not only the hydrogen but also the halogen. So hydrogen and halogen both are going to be released to give you the KBr and water. So that's why it is called as dehydro and halo. So dehydro and halogenation. So dehydrohalogenation. So you can see over here the reactants are alkali halide, that is ethyl bromide, or C2HBr, H5Br, or and hot concentrated alcoholic KOH solution. Dehydrohalogenation involves elimination of hydrogen and halide. Product is ethene is collected in the downward displacement of water. So bromoethane or ethyl bromide, chloroethane or ethyl bromide react similarly with alcoholic. So instead of taking over your Br, you can take Cl also. You can have chloroethane or you can have iodoethane. Both of them are going to work in the same match. So it is ethyl bromide or ethyl chloroethane or bromoethane, both can be used. Iodine में लिखा नहीं है, so better don't make it that way. So we are going to consider that we can produce this by bromoethane or chloroethane. The next one is the general method, which is crackling. Now cracking is the same as pyrolysis, what we understood from the reactions in case of methane. So in case of methane, we understood that when we are taking methane, so if I take 2 methane over here, so H3C and CH3, if this is the condition, so if you are taking, if this is an ethane which I am taking, and if this ethane I am going to heat it at 500 degrees Celsius and with Al2O3 over here, Al2O3 and SiO2, so NSiO2, then it is going to give me over here as CH2CH2, okay, CH2CH2 plus H2. Now this was nothing but the crackling or pyrolysis in case of the properties of the alkanes. So alkanes के properties में you can see the last example they are given you in case of alkanes is this particular pyrolysis. The pyrolysis का जो second type है, that is the ethane getting converted to ethene, is the same thing over here. So this is the 3 methods by which you are producing ethene. Anyway, so ethene can be produced by 3 methods. The first method is dehydration, wherein you are going to take the ethyl alcohol with some concentrated sulfuric acid to give you ethene plus water, or you're going to take an the halide or methane halide, so it will be chloroethane or bromoethane, and it is going to give you dehydrohalogenation, यानी hydrogen और bromine दोनों चला जाएगा, and you are going to get ethene plus KBr plus H2O. And finally is the pyrolysis, which is crackling. So crackling or dehydrogenation, so that is the method wherein you are going to remove two hydrogen from here, so making it dehydrogenation. So that's the three methods of production of ethane. So ethane on thermal decomposition at high temperature and temperature in presence of catalyst silica aluminum, that is SiO2 at Al2O3, gives ethene. The reaction is pyrolysis reaction. The next is physical properties of ethene. Nature and color, odor. So nature is gas at ordinary temperature, colorless gas, and pleasant odor. So here we can see that the odor is different. Odor is a pleasant smell. The pleasant smell, I would say, are very similar to one which is in a petrol, and normally petrol and all you get a very sweet smell. So that pleasant smell is what is there in case of ethene. Solubility wise, highly soluble in water, soluble in organic solvents. So slightly soluble in water, no, not highly, sorry, slightly soluble in water. Normally it is not, all organic compounds are not soluble in water except for alcohols. So otherwise the organic compounds are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents. So here also the same thing. The ethene is going to be slightly soluble in water but insoluble in soluble in organic compounds like acetone and benzene. Density is slightly less dense than air, so it is slightly denser than air. And the melting point and boiling point, liquefaction at minus 169 degrees Celsius and boiling point minus 104 degrees Celsius. So the gas will turn into liquid at minus 104 and will become solid at minus 169 degrees Celsius. So you can see that as compared to alkanes, the melting point and boiling point over here are higher. Okay, वो minus 182 के आसपास में था, ये minus 169 है. So that is the difference between an alkanes and alkenes. Now the next one is the chemical properties of ethene, that is ethylene. Now this is very, very important. So first and foremost, what we see is that all these alkenes they are going to have a double bond over there, and due to the presence of the double bond, the only reaction which would take place in these cases is going to be addition reaction. It is the addition reaction which is going to be maximum amount of time. It will be the addition reaction taking place in these. So whenever any particular substance is going to come in contact with this reaction होगा, तो वो सीधा सीधा अंदर घुस जाने वाला. Okay, double bond निकलेगा, यानी alkene getting converted to alkane, and that alkane also will be with addition of that particular thing what is going to be there. So first of all will be catalytic hydrogenation. नाम से ही पता चलेगा हाइड्रोजनेशन यानी क्या, एक बॉन्ड निकालो हाइड्रोजन को अंदर घुसाओ. Okay, so it is this way. So first one is hydrogenation. So in case of a hydrogenation, we are adding hydrogen to this. So it will be that H, single bond, double bond C, single bond H, and then it is H here and H here. And this in the presence of nickel as the catalyst and at 300 degrees Celsius. This when it is there, sorry, I missed out. Okay, I'll put it here. Hydrogen plus ethene is this hydrogen comes over here, breaks the bond, and accordingly it will be C, single bond C, and H on all sides. So this is what is going to form into. So from ethene, it gets converted to ethane by the hydrogenation of this thing. So catalytic hydrogenation, saturated addition product formed due to addition of hydrogen at a double bond. Condensed vapors of the ethene mixed with hydrogen and passed to a catalyst like nickel or palladium or platinum at high temperatures. Addition product is ethane. So ethene gets converted to ethane with hydrogen being added to it at nickel and 300 degrees Celsius over here. Similar to hydrogenation, next will be halogenation. So the next over here is halogenation. Means what? Of course, the name itself tells you that हम लोग अभी क्या करेंगे, सिंगल बॉन्ड निकालेंगे और हेलोजन को घुसाएंगे. So what we be having is H2C double bond CH2 plus Cl2 will give you, in the presence of CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride, and at a an inerts onward. So this is going to give rise to C single bond C and all here H, H, H and H, but here will be Cl, Cl. So this is what is going to be that. It will give you dichloroethane. So it will be dichloroethane, 1, 2 dichloroethane if you give the exact IUPAC name. And the same thing would be in case of Br. So instead of this, if it is Br2 or it is I2, it is going to give the same effect. So this will become C2H4Br, or if Br2, or it will become C2H4I2. This is the end product of all these reactions. In all the cases, the catalyst is carbon tetrachloride. So condition, the halogen chlorine gas 1 mole of or bromine is passed into solution of ethene 1 mole in an inert solvent CaCl4 at room temperature. Iodine reaction is very difficult, so yeah, but it does happen. So end product is 1,2-dichloroethane or 1,2-dibromoethane or 1,2-diiodoethane. Chemical test: brown color of bromine discharge served as a test for unsaturation. So originally you can see the brown color was available over here, but ये brown color चला जाएगा. That tells me that it has lost the thing, it has become unsaturated. So it is a test for unsaturations, that brown color of the bromine discharged. So that was halogenation. The next what we see is halogen acid. So what we are having is now an halogen acid. उसका मतलब है we are going to have over here an acidic acid which is like HBr or it will be HCl. So यही है, condition वही है, एक double bond को निकालना है और वहाँ पे you are going to have one side H, one side Br. So we can see over here that is halogen acid. Reaction with halogen acid. So when you take a halogen acid, so you are going to have over here H2C double bond CH2 plus HCl. So we can have HCl or HBr, whatever is comfortable. They are giving you HBr, let's take HBr, and you are going to just react it to give you C single bond with H over here. And then this HBr जो है उसमें ये एक H इधर जाएगा और Br इधर जाएगा. So this way you are going to get over here as the bromoethane. So this is nothing but bromoethane from ethene over here. So that's the reaction, that condition. Halogen acid, HCl, HBr or HI, all three of them can be used, adds on a ethane at room temperature, ethyl halide, that is bromoethane, HBr, chloroethane, HCl, or chloroethane with KOH solution gives ethanol. So yeah, in the same reaction, if you are going to just enhance it, that this particular thing you are going to react with, if it is this way, that it is C2H5Br, then we know that C2H5Br with KOH is going to give me C2H5OH. So it will be C2H5Br plus KOH is going to give you C2H5OH plus KBr. So this is sorry, KBr नहीं Cl लेना है. Okay, so this is going to give me C2H5OH plus KCl. So that is the reaction for giving you an ethanol from the end product of this particular thing. So anyway, that is halogen acid के साथ reaction. The next is the reaction with H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. So again the same thing, the process is exactly the same. H2C double bond CH2 plus H2SO4. Here what will happen is that here H will be there, C single bond H single bond H H. अब यहाँ पे एक H आएगा और यहाँ पे आएगा HSO4. Okay, this is what is going to happen. Simple reaction. It is going to become ethyl hydrogen sulfate. This is nothing but ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Okay, so this is ethene reacts with concentration H2SO4 at room temperature. This is concentrated. Remember that this is conc H2SO4. This is ethyl chloride hydrogen sulfate. On hydrolysis gives ethyl alcohol. So this is the reaction of sulfuric acid. The next is the reaction with ozone. So ozone, now it's a very simple thing. Again, the O is going to be split into three parts. So because ozone has got three oxygen atoms, so it is going to form into an ether. So in case of ozone, the reaction is slightly trickier. So it is like ozone के साथ में, like C double bond C H and H here and H here and H here, and it reacts with O3. It will give you over here C, and it will be seen that it will be CH2 with an O here, single bond sing O C, and here H2 again, and then O here, right? So this and this is also going to be connected like this. So this is ethylene oxidon. It is ethylene ozonoid. Okay, it's ethylene ozonoid, which is a kind of a ether because of the O in between like this. So it is stream of ozone passed through a solution of ethene in an inert solvent ether. So ethylene ozonide is going to be formed, and here the reaction requires an ether in between. So that's for ozone. The next is very simple oxidation part. So that is when you are converting the ethene with the KMnO4. So it is oxidation. So with cold KMnO4. So H2C, C double bond H2C plus what you have here is H2O plus nascent oxygen. This is because it is in presence of cold dilute. It is like cold dilute KMnO4 solution. That is nothing but Bayer's reagent. It's also called as Bayer's reagent. And this is going to give you over here CH2 single bond CH2, and over here OH, and over here OH. So that's what is going to become. That is nothing but ethane 1,2 diol. Okay, there are two alcohols over here. So it is ethane 1,2 diol, also called as glycol. When it is diol like this, it is glycol. So it is ethyl glycol. Ethyl glycol. Okay, ethylene glycol. Sorry, or ethyl ethylene. Ethylene glycol. So conditioned ethene passed through cold dilute KMnO4 solution at room temperature. Product ethylene glycol. Chemical test: purple KMnO4 is first converted into green K2MnO4, which is unstable in an alkaline medium and gets converted into brown MnO2, the supernatant liquid being decolorized. Now combustion reaction, of course, the most important one, combustion reaction, that is C2H4. We know that any particular reaction in which the carbohydrate is hydrocarbon is going to be heated with oxygen, or it's going to give you CO2 plus H2O. So that's the common reaction over here, that it is going to give you carbon dioxide plus water plus a huge amount of heat. So that is ethene burns in air with a sooty flame. It in excess of air, it burns with a pale blue flame. And finally is polymerization, that is N times CH2C, double bonds H2C is going to give you CH, that is nothing but polymerization. So it is going to be that it is the monomer is going to, that if one particular molecule is going to be multiplied multiple times, it becomes a polymer. So that is called as polyethylene. So ethylene becoming polyethylene. The polyethylene is nothing but the polyethylene bag what you are using. That's the same thing. So it is like polyethylene, which is over. So condition polymerization, a process by which simple molecules join to form large molecules at higher temperature and pressure in the presence of catalyst. So catalyst could be HF or H2SO4 peroxides. Product is polyethylene, an important polymer plastic. So that is the polymerization. As such polymerization part जो है तुम लोग के syllabus में नहीं है, so you can skip learning that part. Finally are the uses of ethylene, that is ethene. Products of oxyacetylene torch for welding purpose and cutting metals. So because oxyethylene flame जो है, it gives you a very high temperature, that's why it is used for welding and cutting. And ripening of the green fruits. So we have seen in the chemical coordination that ethylene is the one which is ripening the fruits. So artificial ripening and preservation of fruits. Catalytic hydrogenation used for hardening of oils, saturated carbon chains, and manufacture of synthetic chemicals like ethylene glycols, anti-freezing, diethylene ethers, solvents, ethylene oxides, fumigants, mustard gas, chemical warfare, and polymers like polyethyl ethylene, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, that is PVC pipes and all, used in packaging, insulating containers, raincoats, etc. So these are the different uses, of ethylene or the alkenes. Okay, so that was about the alkenes. We now move on to alkynes. I'll do it in the next video.